I believe that Bitcoin can hit $1 million. So in a moment like this, no one's paying attention. This is the time to be paying attention.
I'm curious your thoughts on the crypto market right now. Are you spending much time on it? Like, I just haven't been even paying, like, I read stuff and I research a little bit, but it's like, there's not really anything going on, it seems.
Yeah, for me, actually, I am. Like, I'm trying to make like an effort. Like, I've been looking into Sui. They've recently done the free stablecoin transactions, which I think could be huge. One of the ideas I think we spoke about on the podcast where we were talking about AI was how like agents might be doing payments with stable coins. And I think it might be quite an interesting thesis on why agents might choose Sui, you know, if they can, you know, because say we have, like we were talking about, 10 agents working for us, they're all doing transactions. It might be 10 times more transactions than are being done now. And if they can do them for free on Sui, that could be a great use case for Sui. However, the fact that they're free, where does the money cut? Like, why would you buy Sui, right, if you're not paying gas? That's sort of the conundrum. But I'm definitely trying to pay attention to the market because, again, like I was saying, the 1, 2, 3 people that I know who have just gone all in on Bitcoin and all they do is get a salary or get their business or whatever, and they just buy Bitcoin. They have done incredibly well over a long period of time, right? And I think that it comes down to just a really simple investment strategy. Just so simple. Like, obviously you're opening yourself up to massive risk with Bitcoin, but just the simplicity. Like, imagine how much, like, you know, the people who, let's say they work a job and then they come home and do nothing, but they're not nothing, as in they come home and they research. They spend all of that time researching individual stocks or individual cryptos to buy. All of that extra time, right? That extra time for a lot of people could be spent generating income, right? And significant amounts of income given the opportunity that exists on the internet. I'm not saying everyone should go out and start a business, but I do believe that a lot of people can make, you know, at least their income, double their income. You know, if you're on, well, I used to be on $3.5K a month, right? I quit my job when I managed to get that, right? When I got the three, actually less, it was 2K, but that's when I was like, oh, I can make money on the internet. But my point is like the simplicity of the nature of, instead of spending all of your time trying to find the next big thing and just slowly investing into the same thing, or at least a very simple portfolio, like the return is incredible, right? And that brings me to the point of Bitcoin ebbs and flows in cycles so far anyway. And because it's actually so much smaller than I think most people realize, like it's actually tiny, right? It's right now comparable to Micron. So it's not big, right? Like, even though everyone knows about Bitcoin, it isn't big. It's actually relatively small. And what it does is it goes up massively when everyone pays attention to it. Just like Micron is going up right now. Obviously, Micron has stuff going on, making profit and all of that stuff. And, you know, the AI traders there. But there's always something there to bring the eyeballs back to Bitcoin. And that's what happens, right? Everyone comes, they pay attention, it goes up massively. And then what happens is people stop paying attention once again. I'll just get the chart up so we can talk about it. Anyone who's just listening, don't worry, I'll still talk through what I'm saying. But you know, everyone comes, they get super excited, right? They get super excited and the price rallies massively. And then they leave. And then the same thing, you know, there's in this bear market, there's something going on. There's money somewhere else to be made because there's always money to be made, right? If it's not AI, it's something else. And then the excitement comes back. There's a new thing. Oh, Tesla's bought Bitcoin. Why would they do that? All right, cool. And then everyone starts to look at it and there's all this other bullish catalysts that were actually going on in the bear market, but no one cared until Elon Musk bought Bitcoin. But then all of a sudden, all the catalysts mean again. And then Bitcoin rallies once again. Something bad happens, but it's not enough to send it into a bear market. So it rallies again. And then a crash happens. Can you remember what caused this crash? The first thing that happened in 2021? It's not coming into my head right now.
There was in 2021, there's the China like miner exodus.
Yeah. So China's banning Bitcoin, China's banning miner, whatever it is, right? Then we had Russia invading Ukraine, and then we had the FTX collapse, right? All of those things are bad. All of those things mean people are going, okay, I don't want to risk my money here. I want to go somewhere else. I want to go to whatever the AI trade is. So all of the money is being sucked out of the excitement of Bitcoin in that moment. Once again, going to insert AI trade here. And then Oh, ETFs might be a thing. Oh, peace talks might be a thing. Oh, insert random catalyst here, and everyone pays attention once again. And then everyone realizes that all the catalysts that have been there the whole time, right, are actually big things, and everyone gets excited once again. The micro strategies are buying, the ETFs are here, the Clarity Act is in the future. All of this stuff, right, it's all been there, but people only pay attention when other people are paying attention and the money flows in again. And now what we're just in that same downward momentum again, where people are paying attention to the now AI trade, right? So they don't want to pay attention to Bitcoin, and the money flows out. But what's interesting is the lows of these bear markets, right, are always slightly higher than the previous lows. The highs are always higher than the previous highs, right? So Bitcoin is growing, and it's still, in my opinion, in early stages. It can be significantly higher than this if you were to compare it to something like gold. I know people don't want to do that, but it's so much smaller than gold. It wouldn't even need to be anywhere near to it, right? It can. I believe that Bitcoin can hit $1 million. So in a moment like this, no one's paying attention. This is the time to be paying attention.